We're asked to evaluate the limit as x tends to positive infinity of x times x minus the square root of x squared plus 1. Now, as x tends to infinity, the expression in the brackets tends to infinity minus infinity, which is an indeterminate form, and so we need to simplify. So let's write down our limit. And now we want to simplify. And to do that, in this case, we're going to multiply by the conjugate of this term here. So that means we replace the minus sign by a positive sign. And now, of course, we also have to divide by the conjugate so that this term is simply equal to 1. Okay, so this is equal to the limit as x tends to infinity. Now let's rewrite everything in the numerator. We have x times x minus square root of x squared plus 1 multiplied by the conjugate x plus square root x squared plus 1. And now in the denominator, we have x plus square root of x squared plus 1. Okay, now let's expand out the numerator. So this is equal to the limit as x tends to positive infinity of x multiplied by x squared minus x times square root x squared plus 1 plus x times square root x squared plus 1. So these terms cancel, and our final term is minus x squared plus 1. Our denominator is going to stay the same, and so we have x plus square root x squared plus 1. This is equal to the limit as x tends to infinity. Notice that the x squared terms cancel, so we're left with negative x over x plus square root x squared plus 1. Now we can't yet evaluate this limit directly since we would get the indeterminate form negative infinity over infinity. And so with that in mind, we're now going to divide both the numerator and the denominator by x. And now simplify. This is equal to the limit as x tends to positive infinity of negative 1 over 1 plus, okay, and now we want to bring x into the square root. So remember that we can write x is equal to the square root of x squared when x is positive, or negative square root x squared when x is negative. In this case, x is positive, and so we're left with 1 plus 1 over x squared, square root. Now as x tends to infinity, 1 over x squared tends to 0. And so our limit is equal to negative 1 over 1 plus 1, or negative 1/2.